Hey everybody, welcome back to this party. And in today's episode, I want to do my thoughts and review on It. Welcome to Derry, episode 3. Absolutely love this episode. Love this show so far. I hope that they don't let us down by the end of it. And let's jump into it. We'll start up at the beginning. You find out that General Shaw and Rose have like this past together. You find out that General Shaw is more connected to It. You find out he's more connected to Derry than we knew in the past. Thought he was just like some general guy who got assigned this, but you find out through these like little flashbacks that he actually grew up here for like a year or so. Well, Rose clarifies it when she checks Shaw and his little fantasy. Calm down, we only hung out for that one summer.
It was one summer, Francis. We were 12. I doubt.
But then you find out as he goes back to Derry later on in the episode is that he doesn't remember her until it all comes flooding his gates, and he's just like, we had a thing 50 some odd years ago. But back to the beginning. Shaw's going in this carnival, which I'm assuming this is where Pennywise gets the whole theme of like the carnival. And I mean, I know he's there. We all know he's there. You can see him lurking in the background with like, you know, what it looks like his eyes when you're looking down the hallway, what it looks like he's just everywhere. And I love how he just, no matter what is going on, he just penetrates your fears immediately, like abruptly, like you're just living your life, doing your thing, and then Pennywise is just lurking all over. Which brings me to this subject. Is Pennywise stuck here in this Derry area by choice? Is it his choice that he limits himself to only Derry? Or is there something going on with the tribe that Rose is a part of? And because we already know that they couldn't beat him, but do they detain him? Do we get to find out more lore in the sense of like, is Pennywise unwillingly detained to only this area and they just allow the killing and everything to go on and they don't tell anybody about it because they know they can't beat him, but at least they can contain him? Because I'm starting to wonder if Pennywise wouldn't he just want to go everywhere, go around and just sleep in a different city in a different area and probably get different tasting, food by going to different like countries and doing all this other stuff. I'm so fascinated by it. I can't wait to see what happens. But then we get back into it with Sean, and he's going through, the forest, and then all of a sudden the skeleton man that he meets in the beginning scares the heck out of him. If I was a kid back then, I would have been like, this creepy man's following me. But then as soon as he started getting all crazy and contortionate and twisting and teeth came out, I would have been like, not for me. I would have dipped. But then he almost gets killed. He almost gets got by Pennywise, and then here comes Rose, just saved the day, slingshots that. Another thing is I noticed is there's a real big thing about the slingshot. They didn't do it in the movies, but if you go back and watch the original one with Tim Curry, still a great one, you should watch that one. They slingshot out of him with that slingshot. Love how they lure that into here. But then fast forward, he gets saved. He starts asking important questions like, what is it? What's going on? But we don't get to find out. Then they skip fast forward. They talk about the car again, where they discovered the car. Clear as day that everyone's aware of it to a degree, and they're hiding it, not hiding it. Everyone knows what's going on. Then you get Dick. Dick was just loved this character. I kind of feel like he was what's the word, overconfident. I felt like he kind of feels like he's like the only bad guy in, like, in the room, and like he's feeling all suave and on himself, and he's just jiving until he runs into Pennywise. And then you can quickly tell that Pennywise is obviously caught off guard because he does like absolutely love the line where he's like, "Who are you?" Phenomenal. Love his voice acting. And then you can quickly see his grandma. Was his grandma really warning him? Because you find out, and you already know, that his grandma also had the Shining, and then he has the Shining, and they've had conversations with each other in their heads without saying a word. But I'm starting to wonder, do these people get the Shining ability from Pennywise or Maturin? Do they have this ability because Pennywise is here on the planet? Don't know if they're going to answer that question. Don't care. Love the mystery, because I'm wondering is, how do these humans have the Shining if Pennywise also has the Shining? Is there some sort of like layover crossover that as long as he's here, humans get this ability? I mean, he is in Derry, but then he had it before Derry, so I don't know, but I love it. he gets into that conflict with Pennywise. Pennywise quickly flips it on him, convinces him to get out of the sewers by using his grandma, but he's not even in the sewers. He's in the helicopter. He almost kills himself. Then he gets saved. He gets saved by what's that guy's name? Leroy. Leroy steps in and saves him, pulls him back. You can see the struggle. Then you've got General Shaw coming to talk to Dick. Dick's like, maybe we should leave him alone. Maybe we should give this guy a space, which also was like beautiful because then it's like, is he afraid? Then you find out from Leroy that Leroy's got this like no fear zone in his head and that he's like impenetrable when it comes to this, and that's why he's the perfect weapon. Because if you have no fear and you're analyzing and you're figuring out how to like duck and dive and jab, what would Pennywise do? I mean, his biggest thing is if you're not afraid of him, he's just gonna, come in there and like mollywop the shit out of you. Which talks about that conversation when the two girls get back together. Love this when she's like, "Hey, get out of my face before I put you down." I was like, "Whoa, they're about to fight!"
You're lucky I don't whoop your ass for what you did to my dad.
And she puts it on a camera and she's like, "We gotta take pictures." At first, I was like, "Can you take pictures of Pennywise?" And then I was like, I mean, I guess you could if you could actually get him because he is physically there, and then you find out that he is because do we get fast forward to this cemetery scene? They're rolling, which I thought that scene was hilarious when the kid was faking the little fire thing, making stuff up just so he could have friends. These kids are great, acting is great, but then you get this crazy bike scene. Everything's falling apart, everything's getting torn up, and then their buddies show up, goes for them, terrifying. But then they get pictures and they actually get pictures, which indicates that it's a physical thing because light bounces off of material, not material, but you know what I mean. Lights has to bounce off of stuff in order for it to be taken a picture of, and he gets it. They get pictures of the friends. They get pictures of the what I think is like the female. Is it Pennywise? Is like the girl at first, and then somehow he's going to change into the Pennywise we know. I don't know. I don't care. I love it. Love everything that's going on in this episode. Love all the connections. Love how everything ties together. I love how they're bringing in other characters indicating like this is connected to The Shining, Shawshank Redemption, so on and so forth. I can't wait to see the fourth episode this weekend. Smash that bell notification, like the video, subscribe if you want to know when I post some more of these awesome reviews. Come back again next week. Check out some more videos on the channel right now. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming by. Peace.